Okay, I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm going to try to make it through this video here. This is a project that I've done in the past, and it's really based on creating 3D shapes that you can kind of ex form into this shape. So I'm going to turn the grid off here at the bottom and save your file as whatever assignment it is for this drawing. We're going to start in the top view here and draw the bottom of it. So we'll draw the bottom part of this building, and then we'll use press pull to extract or extrude those um, those boxes. All right, so I'm going to start the line command, and I see that this piece back here is 12, and it's by 12 by 13. So I'm going to click a point. Hey, I'm going to escape out of that because before you start with this, you have to change your units. So type in units, all one word, and enter. And then under length type, change this to architectural and pick OK. Now when I start the line command, I can pick a point, pull my mouse over here. And another thing too is because we're zoomed up so close, this line is going to go way off into space. So we're going to have to do a zoom extents to get up, higher. So pick a point, pull your mouse to the right, type in 12 and then apostrophe. That was our feet, and then enter. And now you see when I pull my mouse up here, I can't get to that line. So I have to end the command and then either double click on the wheel of the mouse or roll the wheel up and see about, getting up to a higher scale. Right. And when you first open a drawing, the default is to zoom real close. So draw that 12-foot line and then end it and double click on the wheel of your mouse to get up here a little bit further. I'm going to use this one as the bottom or front line. So now I'm going to start the line command. I'm going to click this bottom left corner, pull my mouse straight up and type in 13 feet, 13 apostrophe, and enter. Right now I could pull my mouse over here and type in 12 feet, but we did talk about and learn about tracking. So what I can do is rest my pointer on this corner, pull my mouse up until I see those two tracking vectors, or you can type in 12 feet and enter, but I like to use tracking. I'll click, and then I can't use C for close because I drew that line, so I'm going to click down here and then right click and enter. So I'm going to right click to repeat the line. I see I have 20 feet here from the back by 8 feet. So I'm going to click back here, pull my mouse to the right, type in 20 apostrophe and enter. I'll pull my mouse down and type in 8 apostrophe and enter. And then this one just comes right back into this one. You can click there and right click and enter. And we might as well create these as well. So this is 6 feet. I believe it is, let's see if I can get closer to it. There we go. 6 feet over, and then it's 11 feet, and it's 8 feet. So we can start the line command. Now this time you can use tracking. You can rest your pointer right there at the corner, pull your mouse just to the left a little, and type in 6 apostrophe and enter. And what it does is just tracks you over 6 feet. You can pull your mouse straight down and type in 11 feet and enter. Pull your mouse to the left and type in 8 feet, which is like the apostrophe, and enter. And then back here and click, right click and enter. We have another piece right here. It looks like it's over 4 feet and it comes out 2 by 4. So we might as well click on there. We'll start the line command, rest your pointer here. Just rest your pointer, pull your mouse to the right, type in 4 feet, 4 apostrophe, and enter. It tracks you over. You can pull your mouse down and type in 2 apostrophe, enter. To the right, type in 4 apostrophe and enter, and then come back to that line and click. Right click and enter. Now this is several assignments in, so I've stepped up the pace a little bit because we've already talked about drawing two-dimensionally. Now, if tracking didn't work for you and you just drew a line there, it wouldn't hurt anything. What I did here was I just created the base for this project, and now I can go over to the 3D view. We'll go up here at the top left. Instead of using top, we'll use something like southeast isometric right there. And now we need to change the ribbon. Some of you may already have the ribbon in the 3D modeling mode. I'm changing it from 2D to 3D modeling here at the bottom right corner. I'm clicking that little arrow next to the gear, 3D modeling. It changes the whole ribbon to be, our 3D tools. And now I can click on 2D wireframe here at the top left and maybe change that to conceptual so that we can kind of see it as a more of a shaded view. So in the modeling panel right here, we have that really small blue box that's called press pull. I'm going to click on press pull. I'm going to click inside here and pull my mouse up. If I add the 8 feet and 8 feet and 3 in the back plus 2, this has a total height of 13. So pull your mouse up and type in 13 apostrophe and enter. See, I took the 8 feet from over here, the 3 there and the 2 there to get this height. This one here in the front, I'm going to go inside and click and pull my mouse up. I'm creating the entire box of it so that I can kind of cut out the roof slopes. This one is 9 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and type in 9 apostrophe and enter. Over here, this one is 8 plus 2. So this one is 10 feet. And over here, this one is 4 plus 2. This is going to be 6 feet. Now, I did create another older video that was done a completely different way, and you'll find out that there are a lot of different ways of doing this, but this kind of gives you a different way of kind of sculpting out your shapes. So now we know that we can draw right on this face, and we know we have an 8-foot line and then one that's 2 to the midpoint. So let's make sure that our midpoint object snap is checked. At the bottom, we've been using these object snaps. The little arrow next to that blue box. Just make sure the midpoint is checked. And now it doesn't really matter if you actually draw the line or if you track it, but we're going to start the line command right there in the draw panel. I'm going to rest my pointer at the bottom corner, pull my mouse up a little bit and type in 8 apostrophe enter. Now I'm going to come over to the midpoint and click. I'll do the same thing on the other side. I just right-click and pick enter, right-click and repeat the line. I'll just rest my pointer there, pull my mouse up, type in 8 apostrophe, and then come over to this midpoint and click. Right-click and enter. Now, guys, if you wanted to draw the line on there, that'd be fine too. You just have that 2D geometry there to work with. Now I'm going to use press pull again, but this time I'm going to go inside this triangular shape right there, so that I can cut it out. And I can go all the way back because these two shapes are not unioned. See, it won't mess with that one because it's not unioned with that one. It'll just kind of like create this. All right, same thing on the other side. I'm going to go all the way around though, so I can work with it on this side. And this one, it looks like we have 4 feet from the back right there. So I think I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start the line command, and I'm just going to click, right? Pull my mouse over along this edge and type in 4 feet, 4 apostrophe, and enter. And then enter again. So all I did there was I drew this little 4-foot line right there so that I know that I can use the endpoint once I start establishing the connection. So if you look at this, it looks like the back part goes up 8 feet plus another 3. So 11 feet. Or we could actually, you know what? Let's just come down. Either way, we can come down 2 feet and then come back. Let's do that. So we'll start the line command. We'll come up here and click, pull your mouse down and type in 2 feet or 2 apostrophe and enter. And then come back to the end point of this 4-foot line that you just drew. So I'm creating that triangle in the back. I created a line that came over 4 feet, one that came down 2, and connected it. So now I can press pull, go inside this triangle and kind of pull that out. So you'll end up with these extra lines if you actually draw them, so you can click on those lines and delete them. I'm just going to right click and pick erase. So that's how we get that back corner. We're basically drawing on this edge and then picking out what we don't need. The front corner, it looks like it comes up 8 feet and then it goes right back to this corner. So let's try this. We can go start the line command and track up this front edge here, 8 feet. Or draw a line there, it's okay. 8 apostrophe and enter, and then come back to this corner and click. Excuse me. So now we can press pull here, this corner out right there. There we go. I just have a little cold, not COVID, everybody, freaking out about that. I can still taste and smell, and I don't have a fever. So I have a common cold. So now we have this corner that's taken out in this one as well. And now we can do this front one. The front one, it looks like it comes up 8 and then goes to the midpoint. So I'm going to start the line command. I'm going to come here. Now, if you click or you track, it's up to you. I'm just going to track up 8 feet and then come over to the midpoint. Same thing on the other side. Start the line command, come up 8 feet, and then come over here. And now I can, I've got those 2 different lines there. I can press pull and get that out there and like take this out, right? But now I have to orbit around to this back edge because you see how this didn't come into the other house? So I can go into this triangle shape in the back and pull it all the way. Pull it all the way because we can union it. And as long as it's inside of it, it's okay. In fact, we could probably union it right now. Yeah, you see, you can't really see the lines there until you union it. So right here in the solid editing tools, you have this icon, solid union. You can union these 2 by clicking on both of them. Click on that one, click on this one. Yeah, don't try to select them all in a selection box because if you get any of the 2D geometry, it won't union. So you want to make sure that you click those individually. You see now you can see that line there, and they're unioned. So now let's work on this piece. This one we have a line that goes up. Let's go ahead and start the line command. Up on this side, 4 feet, 4 apostrophe. And then it looks like it goes over to the midpoint, right? And then over here, same thing. I'm coming up 4 feet and over to the midpoint. I think that's the roof. So let's go ahead and press pull these 2 pieces out. And now we're ready to whoops. Now we are ready. Let's see where I'm at. There we go. There we go. Now I'm ready to draw this other shape in here. I can start the line command, and I'm going to track over 1 foot, and then go up, straight up. It looks like 3 feet, right? And then over here. It looks like 6 feet. Yep, 6 feet. And then down here and click. So that should give me, as long as you have to draw lines too. I'm not tracking, I'm drawing a line. So I can now press pull this all the way back and get that piece out. Same thing over here, guys. It's similar, right? Because I'm drawing a line from this corner. I'm going to track over 1 foot, and then I'm going to track up. I believe this one is still the 3 feet. 3 feet doesn't say, but I'm going with the dimensions of the other hole. Come over 4 feet, and then it doesn't really matter if you go all the way down past it because you're going to be using press pull to get it out, get that out. Let's just see, press pull, go inside here, it'll come all the way across, and you see how it cuts it right out, right? So let's do this again. Start the line command and rest your pointer there and track over. I'm going to think these are all 1 foot, so I'm going to type in 1 apostrophe. I'm going to go up 3 feet, over, straight 4 feet, and then straight down. Again, I have extra lines there for my clicking, but I'll go ahead and use press pull to go all the way back. Now, if you want to clean this up a little, go ahead and like take out some of these lines here. Just select them all here and there, and then right click and pick erase. All right, so there's our shape. Now we want to dimension it because this one's fairly easy to dimension, not too bad. We have to set up dimensions for it though, so that's the hard part. But if you walk through with me, we can do that, and then you'll have a better sense of setting up dimensions for a bigger scale. This is a scale of 1/4 of an inch equals a foot, which is a scale factor of 48. And we looked at that when we looked at the floor plan that we drew. So let's type in D and enter and pick the modify button. So stick with me here. We're going to go to the primary units tab and change the unit format to architectural, right? And then we're also going to, it looks like we want to keep the inches, so take the check mark out of 0 inches at the bottom. Okay, we'll go to the fit tab. We're going to change the overall scale here to 48 because that is for 1/4 of an inch equals a foot, it's 48. We'll go to the text tab. I think we'll keep the text, the default Arial text, that's fine. We'll change the text placement from center to above, the text placement vertical right here to above, and then we'll click in front of aligned with dimension line right there. Okay, we're just going to keep the arrows, so all of this is good. I think we're good. We can go ahead and pick OK and close, and we should be okay to get started. Now, like we did before, we're going to click right on this little UCS icon, click inside the box that is the origin, if it'll let you. Sometimes it gets a little tricky. We'll go ahead and click right on this surface to rotate the UCS icon there. Okay, now that we put the UCS icon on the side, we should be able to go to here, annotate, and pick here the linear dimension, which is right there, and click on these 2 corners, pull your mouse down and see the 8 feet. Awesome. And because we have that on there, we can right click and repeat the dim linear and get these other 2 that are on that face, right? So it's all about which face you're on. There's that, 2 feet. And because those are the only ones that are on that face, I think we're ready to like kind of pick it up and put it on a different face. So we'll just like pick it up and we'll take it off and put it over here. So we know that the XY is on that face. We're ready to go to linear and pick up these 2 corners here. So we can get this 6 feet on there. I know it looks kind of hollow, but when you print it, it should be okay. And then the other one is, I'm going to right click to repeat it from this corner to this corner. That should be 8 feet. Watch out for your object snaps. Your object snaps, you see those little object snaps? They are going to pull this dimension like all over the place. Sometimes it's better to just go off the drawing and use your pointer to place it so that those object snaps don't kind of get in your way. All right, I am going to see what happens when I change this from conceptual to hidden. I think it might be a little bit easier to see. Those are the only two that I can see that are on that face. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. We do have a 20-foot dimension here. So I put it on that top roof. And linear, I'm going to go here and here. There's my 20 feet. Pick it up and put it over on this face. And pick up my linear for the 11 feet right there. Watch out for the object snaps. And then down here, I need to get on this. I'm going to escape out of that. I need to get on this surface. Now this is the hard one. You have to get close enough to get the XY on it. And now I can start to dimension this. I've got, I think the 1 foot right here. I may have to move that over, right? I have to move this over to the other side. And then I can continue here. Although that looks kind of like a hollow arrow. I don't think it is. And they don't even have, okay, we don't have a 1 foot there. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 4 foot here. All right. Oh, and there is a 1 foot there. Okay. There we go. Now that's going to go back in the drawing. So that's probably why I pulled it down there. All right. And so now again, we have to get used to like picking this up and putting it on another face. And now I can start to dimension this 3 foot right here. And this 4 foot. And I believe there's another 2 foot right here from here to here. This one's going to get a little tricky because it's like lining up with the other one, but I think it could be the view of it too, like how it's orbited around. All right, now this is a little bit different in that these along the bottom are more about putting it on the corner. So I'm going to hold off on those until I get some of the masses of the other ones. So I'm going to go ahead and put this over here and get the 9 foot on this one from here to the actual corner. Oh, okay. Well, there's a good one. Yeah, you see how I thought and it looked like it was right on it, but it went back to a different corner. So you have to kind of orbit around and see where you're clicking. This needs to be on the face. Sometimes you have to orbit around and make sure you've got it right on that face, or else it could be behind it. And that's what happened here. Oh, in fact, it did it again. Okay, let's see. Not usual. Maybe I will put it at the midpoint just to make sure it's there. I'm going to go here and hope it goes right on there. Yep, I did use the midpoint of the bottom to get it to go on that surface. All right, and then again, I'm going to go ahead and put this. Sometimes it gets like hard to grab this, and we talked about that before. I think I've got my 8 foot there, so we'll go ahead and place this. Getting a little bit touchy there. There we go. All right, I'm just kind of going along with dimensioning this as you will. Be able to follow with these dimensions. I picked the 2 corners there. You could have also picked the midpoints. Now I have this surface, but I have to kind of like pull it away and pull it to it because it was going at an angle in order to get it there. And now I can use linear to get this bigger 13 foot dimension here. And I want to make the dimensions as close as I can to the object, like even there, because no, that one probably needs to go a little bit further, so I'll use these grips. Because at the 1/4 of an inch scale, we're going to try to set up our viewport so that we can get it at a specific scale. This one's going to be at a specific scale. And I believe these back here are also along this line. Yep, same same you know, same surface that it's on. And I might have forgot a couple, but we're ready to, I think, go down to these at the bottom. So the ones at the bottom here, a little bit different in that there's not really a surface. I have to rotate it. So let's put it on this corner. And then we have to rotate the X out this way and the Y back that way. Let's see if that works. I think that's it. Because we need the X to be in the direction of the text. There we go. So you have to rotate this UCS icon so that the Y is back and the X is along here because X is the direction of the text. And I should be able to then use that same place for this. Where's my object snap? I have to get close enough. Really? Okay, there we go. And then also, I have this too. This one's going to go back into the drawing. See how it's like way back? I'm going to have to go place it. I placed it, and then I'm going to change this to 2D wireframe. So I can come in here and grab this, this 2 and bring it out. Because it was buried from the hidden view. So I just went to 2D wireframe and got that. Now I'm going to take a chance here and see if these can also go, they should be able to, yeah, along that bottom edge. Looks like this one needs to be pulled over here with the grips. Oh, okay, I did it again. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this dim linear and pick up these this 8 feet or 6 feet right here. Okay, some of the dimensions look like they're hollow, but when you print them, they'll be okay. All right, let's see if I got everything. Let's see, 12, 13, da-da. I got that. I think I got it all. If I missed one, you go ahead and get it then. But I think I got it all. All right, sounds good. This is it so far. Okay, now at this point, we know that we have to create a viewport, right? And we said that if you create a layer that's called viewport and you make it a no plot layer, if you do it before you go over to layout, that layout will automatically go on that layer. So before we go over to layout 1, we're going to go over to home tab. We're going to go under layers and layer property and go ahead and click on the new layer icon and create a new layer called viewport. Okay, that viewport layer needs to be a no plot layer. That's the main thing right there. So the printer has like that little red thing next to it. And it's also the current layer because I'm going over there. Yeah. I'm going to change the color of it to be something different so that I know whatever's that odd color, like something really different, like brown or bright purple or something that you would never use. I used to use like this light gray a lot. And now I can go ahead and click on layout 1. You see what happens? It automatically puts this viewport here on that layer. Just click on it once and just like spread it out to be as far as it can within the margins right here so that it's a huge viewport. Double click inside the viewport so that you're inside the viewport and you should be able to zoom and then you're inside of it and see the drawing, zoom. And then at the bottom, I'll go ahead and maximize this. At the bottom right corner, right here, you see all those numbers, right? So scroll down in this list and find 1/4 of an inch equals a foot. That's what we do to specifically create this at 1/4 of an inch right there. There's even a lock icon right here. It says selected viewports are not locked. I'm going to lock it. And the reason, first first of all, don't lock it until you know that you've moved everything around where you want it, like what view and all that. Because once you lock it and you zoom inside the viewport, it'll kick you out of the viewport. So it kind of locks in your image. But still, we have to double click out into the paper to be in the paper space to put our title. It should have a triangular icon right there at the bottom left corner, and it says paper. But most importantly, we don't want the text to go on the viewport layer. So I'm going to change the layer to 0. Change the layer to 0. Go over to annotate, pick multi-line text right there, and drop your title in there. Whatever the assignment is for this one, whatever the number is, and then your name. And for this one, we're going to put a scale of 1/4 of an inch equals 1 foot 0 inches. Highlight whatever the assignment is and underline it as we have been doing. And guys, this 1/4 of an inch is stacked. I guess I'm okay with it being stacked in this title, but usually on drawings, that's really small, especially if we create a check set. So you can click on it, click on that little lightning bolt, and then pick unstacked, and it'll unstack it. All right, there it is. That's our 3D drawing for this assignment, and let's then create that's right, we were creating a plot of it. We were plotting it as a CAD PDF high quality print, and because it's in the layout, we don't have to change any of this. We should change this to monochrome, although, guys, in these different styles, your text should be something darker, like white, which plots black, so that your printer will recognize a darker color. Okay, so let's see here. Apply it to the layout, pick preview, and preview looks pretty good. I know, guys, the preview looks kind of like grainy. No worries, it's not grainy. In fact, I should move that 13 over, but I'm going to go ahead and plot it, and navigate over to your folder that you want to save it in, and then we can hand that one in. Let's see. This was whatever the assignment is. I don't know. For this class assignment, 3D house. All right, save. Okay, guys. Hope your feeling is good. I know the cold is going around a lot, and I hope wish everyone well. And we have 2 more weeks. So if you're working on your now, why did the margins? Oh, because the printer is different. It's the printer. When you establish a different printer, the margins are going to change. So guys, 2 more weeks, 2 more assignments. Get caught up if you're behind, and good job on the projects that you've already accomplished. Very excited about you guys learning this awesome program. Okay, take care.